Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes. Please start.
Good morning to everyone. Today I'm going to present an interesting case of Histred Hansen's-like presentation with twist in the final diagnosis, which is a rare case entity. We all know we are in the post-elimination era of leprosy, but there were an upsurge of atypical and multibacillary cases. Here we are presenting interesting case of that kind of atypical presentation presenting as an histoid lesions. Coming to the case report, a 50-year-old male, barber by occupation, came with a chief complaint of asymptomatic skin lesions over the face from 4 months and red riser lesions from 2 months over the trunk and face. Coming to the history of present illness, patient was apparently well 6 months back, and the present complaint started as a crops of lesions. Initially started over the face and later extended over the trunk and extremities. And few red riser lesions started appearing from the 2 months, which were not transient in nature, and there were no associated symptoms like joint pains and fever. Patient had no history of any white patches with loss of sensation, epistaxis, and slippage of tepals or any ulcers or deformities of the extremities. And no history of any chronic cough, night sweats, and weight loss. And patient has no history of any drug intake for the present condition, hospital admission, or blood transfusion. And there was no significant past history related to the present condition, no similar history of disease in the family, and no history of any sexual promiscuity. Coming to the general physical examination, there was a mild pallor present, and there was no cyanosis, clubbing, lymphadenopathy, and edema. All the vitals are within the normal limits, and systemic examination within the normal limits. Coming to the cutaneous examination, here we can see the shiny succulent nodules over the forehead, bridge of the nose, ala of the nose, bilateral malar and mandibular area, chin area, and similar nodules present over the front of the chest. Here we can see the multiple erythematous nodules present over the front of the chest with few histoid lesions, histoid-like succulent nodules present over the front of the chest. Here you can see the similar type of lesions over the lateral aspect of the arm and similar lesions over the trunk. Nerve examination, peripheral nerve examination include ulnar nerve of both sides thickened, which was non-tender and non-nodularity, and abscess was palpated. Cranial nerve examination, motor nerve examination, sensory nerve examination within normal limits, and there was no global stalking type of anesthesia. Sensation on all the lesions were intact. Examination of scalp, palms and soles, nails and genitals are normal. With this clinical history, we came to the differential diagnosis of Histred Hansen's nodular leprosy, ENS, sarcoidosis, and histoplasmosis, and here we started investigating the case. All the parameters are within the normal limits except the hemoglobin, which was of 10.3 gram percent, and the Monteau test was negative, and ESR of 40 mm per hour. We thought of Hansen's as a definite diagnosis, but there was a couple of twists under there was a diagnostic dilemma as follows. We done a slit skin smear from the four sides, forehead, bilateral ear, lobules, and lesions, but we didn't find any bacilli, any site of slit skin smear. Usually in Histred Hansen's, we know that the pathological index will be 6+, which was negative, almost ruling out the diagnosis of Histred Hansen's. We done a 3 mm biopsy from the Histred-like lesion, but they given as a histopathologist given as the features considered with sarcoidosis. With this histopathological report, we started investigating for the sarcoidosis, but we didn't find any positive findings toward the sarcoidosis as serum calcium, serum ACE levels, and no other findings are consistent with the diagnosis of sarcoidosis. We did a second biopsy to confirm the diagnosis. Here, to confirm the diagnosis, the histopathology shows well-formed granulomas along the nervipundis and along the papillary dermis, consistent with the tubercular dermatitis. With this clinical history and histopathological finding, we concluded the diagnosis as TT type with Histred Hansen's-like presentation without any deformity and not on reaction and on MDT treatment. With this, we started the patient on rifampicin, clofazimine on monthly supervised dose and dapsone, clofazimine on daily dose. Patient showed good response within a period of 2 months with complete resolution of face lesions and no new lesions appeared. We all know the Histred Hansen's is somewhat seen towards the LL spectrum, but in our case, our histopathology rule out the LL type of LL spectrum, and our case, in our case, the lesions are showed in the tubercular spectrum. Classically histoid Hansen's, there will be classical histopathology of well circumscribed histiocytes arranged in a storiform pattern with a good solid staining pattern. Okay. This is the spectrum of Histred Hansen's. We placed our case in TT due to the strong histopathological findings towards the TT type, and there was a slit skin mere negativity. These are the various differential diagnoses of Histred Hansen's, right from the molluscum contagiosum, sarcoidosis, neurofibromatosis, leishmaniasis, xanthomatosis, multicentric reticulohistiocytosis, and ENL reactions. This is the data from NLEP, which show the majority of the share of Hansen's cases are from the India. That is 1,14,451 cases. Still a long way to go for India to achieve the zero leprosy. This is the various drugs used in leprosy, right from the chalmukra oil to the clarithromycin with the structural which is showed with the structures in this picture. Conclusion: this case highlights the fact that in the post-leprosy elimination era, high clinical index of suspicion is solicited from the modern-day physician for diagnosing this emerging rare but unique variants of leprosy. We never found in literature that tuberculosis dermatitis spectrum with good CMI presenting as cystoid lesions. Hence, this case is presented due to its rare presentation. These are my references. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Suman.